Hi James, nice to meet you.
Hi Lily, nice to meet you too.
James, do you live with your family right now?
No, I'm teaching at Tsinghua University, so I haven't been with my family since this summer. It's now winter here in China, so it's been 6 months since I've seen my family.
Wow, do you miss them?
Yeah. But it's okay because I get to Skype with my family, which means that I get to go on the internet and have a video call with my mother and father and brother. So I don't get that lonely.
That would be great. And it's Christmas right now. Then what do you usually do when you're with your family?
Well, when I'm with my family, we'll wake up very early on Christmas Day, and my brother and I will run downstairs and we'll find presents underneath the tree.
From your parents?
From my parents and Santa Claus. But we'll go down and we'll rip open all of the presents, and we'll usually get maybe some video games, maybe some clothing, maybe tickets to see a movie. So it's a really fun day. And then my family will all together have a dinner of maybe turkey, mashed potatoes, bread, stuffing, which is a type of food. And then maybe later we'll all see a movie together as a family, maybe like an action movie or a comedy. But basically we take Christmas to spend time together and basically to laugh, tell stories about what happened during our year. So it's a very special day for me.
Okay. How many brothers or sisters do you have?
I have one younger brother. I think in Chinese you would call him a Didi.
Yeah.
But I just call him Luke. So Luke's his name. He is 22 years old, and he's a really great brother. I like him a lot.
Is he in school?
He actually just graduated from university. He studied biochemistry.
Wow.
So right now he helps teach some lab courses. And I really don't get to see him a lot because I'm very busy teaching at Tsinghua, and he's very busy teaching at Pennsylvania State University. So when we get time together, it's really special.
When will we meet? Will you go home this winter?
This winter, I'm actually going to go to Southeast Asia. So unfortunately, I'm not going to spend a lot of time with my family. So we try to talk to each other on the internet as much as we can. Otherwise, I won't see them again until this upcoming summer.
Oh, then who will go to the Southeast Asia with your friends?
Yes, I've made a lot of really great friends here at Tsinghua. I'm friends with some co-teachers, and together we'll see each other down in Southeast Asia. Maybe we'll go scuba diving, which means that we'll swim underneath the water and we'll breathe air from tanks. And maybe we'll play some volleyball on the beach. It'll be a fun time.
Oh, do you usually go traveling with your friends?
Yeah. We'll go to cities around China, like Qingdao or Dalian, or maybe even up to Harbin to see the ice sculptures in winter. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Thank you.
Do you prefer staying with your friends or your families when you feel pressure?
Well, when I was a teenager, I know that my mother and father could be very annoying because they told me that I had to study all of the time. And so I didn't want to study all the time. So I would sneak out of the house and go spend time with my friends, where we would play video games or maybe play football or things like that. But now, since I'm a little older, I realize that it's important to spend an equal amount of time with your friends and family, because both are important in different ways.
Yeah, that's right. But you're from the States, right?
That's right. I'm from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but do your parents, they make you study?
Well, they did when I was in high school.
Really?
They said I had to study math and English and history and other boring things like that. But when I went to university, they weren't around all the time. So I had to learn to study on my own without having them tell me to study all the time. So at first that was a little difficult, but then I realized that if I made some friends and we all helped each other out to study together, we would all pass university.
Yeah, that's right. And what do you usually do with your friends in daily life?
Well, when I was at my university, we would play Frisbee in our free time.
I know that.
Yeah, we play our Frisbee game. Or maybe we'd play some soccer, or as they call it in most of the world, football.
Yeah.
Maybe we'd watch movies together on our laptops. Maybe we'd play video games on the television. And basically, we would try to eat together at all of our meals. Here, it's much of the same. Whenever I meet together with my fellow teacher friends, we'll go to different restaurants around the area and we'll try to help each other out with planning classes and give each other tips for teaching. And basically, we talk about life back in the Western world and sort of keep each other up to date with that. So it's good that we get together like that.
What kind of restaurant do you usually do?
I like pizza. So we'll go to different pizzerias and order a large pizza pie like that.
Like from the tube station.
Exactly. I love tube station pizza. Or maybe we'll go to an Indian restaurant and eat some curry. Or maybe a Japanese restaurant and eat some sushi. Or maybe we'll just stay on Tsinghua's campus and we'll order some Chinese food.
Do you like Chinese food?
Yep. I like gongbao jiding, or as we call it in America, kung pao chicken.
And also orange chicken, right?
Orange chicken, yes.
Yeah, I know a lot of friends from America that like orange chicken. Yeah.
Well, Lily, I've talked a little bit about my family and friends, but now I want to hear a little bit about your family and friends.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
How often do you spend time with your family, and what kind of things do you like to do with them?
Because I live in Beijing, so I go back home like about once a month. And when I go home, I usually just have dinner with my family, and sometimes we go abroad. Sometimes we go to the restaurants, like outside, and sometimes we watch movie together.
Where have you gone abroad with your family?
We've been to the Europe when I was in high school. 7 countries, I think. Yeah, it's been great.
What were some countries you went to in Europe?
Like Italy, France, German, and Switzerland. Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of culture there. Did you eat a lot of great food?
Yeah.
When you were in Europe?
Yeah, I did. Because, every country in Europe is quite different from each other. So I did have a lot of great food, like pizza in Italy.
Of course.
And some desserts in France and beer in German.
You have to drink the beer in Germany. It's the best in the world. So where else have you traveled abroad with your family?
Not with my family, but I've been traveling with my friends.
What do you often do with your friends when you're together?
We sometimes go watch movies together, and sometimes we go to the KTV, karaoke.
Karaoke.
You know that?
Actually, I've been to the karaoke places in China a lot because oftentimes when I make friends with Chinese people, they have to hear me sing. And so they take me to the karaoke place and we order some snacks and we'll spend all night just singing songs into karaoke. And I try to sing as loudly as I can into it. It's a lot of fun.
Do you enjoy it?
Yes, I do. Although sometimes my voice hurts the day after when I'm singing. So what else do you like to do with your friends?
Sometimes we go shopping. The girls like go shopping together, and sometimes we'll just go to some restaurants like eating food and talking with each other about what have you been. Yeah, like things like that.
Now, you're working right now, right?
No. I'm still studying.
You're still studying?
Yeah. So
do you sometimes miss your family or wish you could spend more time with them?
Yeah, sometimes I do, because sometimes I'm very busy during the semester, but I can't go home even when my parents are in Beijing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I sometimes I do miss them. I'll online chatting with them.
Mm-hmm.
James, thanks for your time helping me practicing with my English.
Well, thank you for stopping by my office, Lily. And if you ever want to talk about other topics, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.